What is up, Ford 400 Worlds? Craig from CraigerCo Classic here at the Maple Leaf here out in Carthage, Missouri. A very big show every year, a favorite around here. What's your name, man? Who are we talking to?
Dale Seifert.
Okay, what do we have over here, dude? This is awesome.
This is a 49 Ford F6 COE for cab over engine.
And you were looking for one of these, or you just happened upon it?
Yeah, I was looking for one, but
we all are, you know.
They're hard to find, but a neighbor of mine told me about it. It was about 2 miles from my house and been there in the hedgerow for 50 years, and I never knew.
Drove by it 100 times,
yeah.
1,000 times.
Yeah, exactly. So I lucked out.
That's cool. So you got it, and what was your plan with it? Just to get it, and then you didn't know what to do, or what?
No, this was my plan. As soon as I seen it, I knew what I was going to do with it.
Which is what?
Make it a car hauler. Yeah.
So it wasn't a car hauler originally, it was just the front part?
Actually, it would have been a big old, these were kind of like the semi of the day,
yeah.
but this was a great big grain truck hauler with a big dump bed on it and all that.
That's cool. So where did you find the back part from?
I built it.
What do you do for a living?
Mostly just farm. But,
like, I build stuff?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I build hot rods in my garage. But this year I got a truck I race, so I built the bed pretty much just to fit that truck, but it'll haul about anything. If I buy a car, I usually take this to go get it.
Well, you know, you could actually sell this and retire probably right now. Like, you know, you could, I'm serious, you probably could.
Another one right now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, tell us real quick about that one.
It's a 48, and it's going to be a little cooler. I found an old semi-sleeper, so it's going to have, and I cut it in half and put it back together the same width. So it's going to be a sleeper cab, but I'm going to make a car hauler out of it as well.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
Well, hey, so this one, is this like a faux patina, or is it patina, or what?
Yeah, it's patina. It's the original. A lot of it's untouched other than cleaned up and clear coated, but where I had to put patch panels, and you've got to make your own because you can't buy anything for these. Yeah. I painted it back to match the patina. So it just looks like it did when I found it.
So, question, because I'm new to these COEs, is it lowered?
Oh yeah, I got as low as I could get it.
Right. Original front suspension, or would you go something different?
No, this is a new modern stuff, but it's actually on a 92 Dodge 1-ton.
Oh, nice.
And then I just got it setting as low as I could possibly get it just because it looks cool.
And it handles a lot better, a little bit safer, huh?
Yeah, exactly. You can actually cruise down the highway and enjoy yourself, not fight it. Plus, I got all the heat and air and all the goodies inside. So
there you go. Yeah, I saw the air conditioning. Good job on that. It's not much room in there to fit an air conditioning unit. So tell me, what's underneath the hood?
It's a 12-valve Cummins with a 5-speed. And we can pop the hood and I can show you.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
It's all in there.
Boy, there it is. You can't see much of it. Man, so basically to do anything with this, you have to lift the whole cab off. And there's the inside panel, but...
Yeah, the inside, the doghouse comes off and exposes the whole engine. So it's easy to get to. It's just tight. Everything's tight.
So anything done to this engine?
No, it's pretty much a stock 12-valve.
You upgraded the P pump, right?
Yeah, that's the only thing that I actually changed on it because it's pretty much a stock Cummins 12-valve. Cool. But which is only like 160 horse, but it's got like 360 foot-pounds of torque. So it
turbo?
Yeah, yeah, it's got a turbo. It's inside,
is it hidden
underneath it's underneath that doghouse, so
you can really hear it spool inside the cab.
You can hear it, but it runs good. It gets over 20 miles a gallon.
Yeah,
I got about 140 gallons of fuel on the truck, so I can go a long ways.
So you almost didn't have enough room for your brake booster and master cylinder.
No, you just have
kind
to
of
make
right on there.
But all that stuff I kept 92 Dodge, so if I'm ever broke down somewhere, you just go to
yeah.
And get parts.
I got a 64 on a 2002 F-150 chassis, and I can just go there. I can look up a 2004 or a Crown Vic or a 2002. Exactly. You know, and I'm like, it works out. Cool, man. What's your favorite part of the truck?
Just the attention. You know,
like this?
It's like a time capsule. It just gets videotaped everywhere it goes, which is kind of cool.
Yeah,
or if you go to the gas station, fill up, somebody wants to take pictures of it.
Yeah, it is cool, and these are so rare. Even though when anyone finds one, they take it and put it on. But they must not have lasted or something. Was it rusted out when you got it?
Yeah, it was rusted out pretty bad. It's just most people just used them as old farm. Like this was a grain truck, and then when they're done, they just junked them and took them to the junkyard. So they just don't exist anymore.
They're so unique. You know, I love it.
They are different. The bad thing about something like this, though, you can't buy parts.
Yeah.
You know, they just don't make parts.
There isn't a COE parts catalog, right?
No, you got to make everything that you need. So.
All right. So, question: if you would have done something different, what would you have done?
Well, the one I'm building now, that's the idea. Everything that I don't like, I'm changing. Like, there's not much leg room in there.
Okay.
So this new one's, the engine's going to be different, so I don't have to have a doghouse. All that floor space is going to be open, and it's going to set just a little bit taller, about 3 inches taller. But other than that, it's going to be a car hauler the same. But
why taller?
Just because it's sitting on a bigger, stronger frame.
What frame did you say that one's sitting on?
This one's on a 92 Dodge. The other one I'm doing is going to be a 2008 Ford 550. So it's huge.
So that's going to be cool. You're also leaving more, so you'd be able to push all the way your seat further back? Is that what you're doing?
Exactly. And this one's got low buckets. It's going to have high back buckets. You can recline. Yeah. And the sleeper, I mean, it's going to have, so the sleeper's really going to be a back seat or a bed. So you can actually have passengers. This is a two-seater.
You know what I like about this is it looks like a show truck, but then at the same time, some zip ties are holding a few things up. There's some dirt on some stuff. It looks like you use it to drive it.
Oh, yeah, it's used. I use it a lot.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, hey, let's go look at the interior, man. So tell us about that interior.
Well, it's pretty much, I left everything stock and original except the way it looks, except everything inside, you know, is new, the air conditioning, and it's got some good tunes in it. The instruments are all updated, tilt steering, all that stuff.
Did you have to make the radio work? Because I know it's on that weird bezel, like curve thing.
Yeah, I had to get in there with a lid, spend some time making that hole, make it fit the radio. Yeah, cool. And then a curved part of the dash, it's kind of tough. But the shifter I made, and the actual top part of the shifter is actually out of the original shifter that come on this truck. So cool. A lot of it I use like that. And then this thing, the whole passenger seat is actually an inverter. So I have 110 volts inside and outside. And then I got the winch. And I also got an air compressor in there, so I got 200 pounds of air with me all the time.
That is cool. So, what's you said you haul a race car, a race truck?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's a 59 Ford.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
What engine's in that?
It's a 351 Windsor that runs 10 seconds. It's a 10-second truck, and it's a street truck.
So, there's this guy that makes frames, subframes for the Power Strokes for these classic trucks. Not so much COEs, but would you put a Power Stroke in it if you had the opportunity, or you just like that Cummins?
No, I like anything.
It probably wouldn't fit, to be honest with you, in this one.
It'd be tough, but anything. The reason I like the Cummins 12 valve, it's all mechanical.
Yeah,
there's no
simple.
electronics. Yep. Matter of fact, not one wire goes to that engine to make it run. You have to have no wiring.
Well, this is cool, man. I mean, like, I realize it's new or been refreshed, but I'm surprised to hear that you made it. It almost looks like you pulled it off of something older, something else maybe, and then just made it work on this truck. But you made that all the way. Huh?
No, it's all homemade. It's all out of 10-gauge steel, even the tubing around that I trimmed it with. So, I mean, it's strong. There's a lot of weight there. I've never weighed the truck since I finished it. And then I built the tanks. They were big semi-tanks, but I cut them down to fit and then welded them back together. And they hold, but each one, there's one on each side, and I think they hold about 70 gallons each.
Unique, you know, I love it. Well, hey, man, thanks so much. Are you part of Ford F100 World?
No.
No? Okay, well, you're about to be.
Perfect.
Here's the card, and then I got a little sticker for you, my man. So it's a Facebook group, Ford F100 World, all Fords. It's just F100 sort of like representation of like the era.
Oh, really?
You know, yeah. So you see OEs on there, F-150s, F-250s, F-50, but as long as they're classics, and we like to talk mostly Ford, but Cummins can be accepted to a certain degree. Yeah. For some reason, it's those LS motors that everyone makes a big stink about.
Yeah. Well, the good thing about Cummins, actually, I was told it's okay because people think that Dodge owns Cummins. They don't. Cummins owns Cummins, and so anything that goes in.
The best part of a Dodge is a Cummins.
That's exactly right. That's exactly. I love them, but I just love the fact that there's no electronics.
Yeah.
I mean, when they have the solar flares or whatever, nothing runs like they say it's going to happen. This is going to run.
Yeah, yeah. All right, man. I'll stop taking up your time, dude. I really appreciate it.
No problem.
All right, have a good one, man.
Hey, you too. Thank you.
See ya.